Alright, here we go. A little bit later than I wanted it to be. Okay, a few issues with teleporting there, but overall we are fine. Alright. Alright, well this goes well. Yeah. Alright, time to... I do not like this map. It feels like I end up getting this map surprisingly often. I'll just choose one of the Outlaster ranks and see how that goes. Maybe... Let's do Michael Jackson. I think I'll separate Vale and Jeevel and see what happens. Jana will be next, I guess, and then... Endless is here. These people really do not want to pick anymore. Great team's got a lot of all caps players. Actually, all 4 of them. All right. Right off the bat, there's only one winner. And a joint elimination, of course. Well then, let's see how this goes. Everyone's diving forward. Michael Jackson and Jana. Okay. Luckily we scored. How did I miss that? I don't know. We still scored, I guess. No one else really got that close to it, so, I was still trying to dive forward to retain speed. Oh, nice. We scored again. 3-0, net to nothing. That's crazy. I am tempted to go for the, stalling strats. I can't dive. Nope. Can't do that yet. Gotta hope to not completely throw this away. Oh, wait. Well, we don't even have to worry about that. 4-1, that was really good. From basically our entire team. Well, we've gotten our one winner challenge out of the way, which is good. For a second I thought I saw something, but nope, that's just the torch. I think. There's gonna be 12 people in this elimination, if no one leaves. So potentially a lot of votes are gonna be cast. Well, there's something, without a doubt. One person did leave on the yellow team. There are still 12 seats. It was Kuromi that left. But they can't be voted because they left before the voting actually began. So, and also that vote will be randomized, so yeah. Still 12 votes, but only 11 choices. At least I have a safety now, that'll be useful. Alright. There's the end of the votes. So now, let's see if anyone wants to use anything. Hold on. Okay. No one used anything this time. The first vote goes to Donkey. Followed by Janita. Someone joined as a spectator a little bit too late. Then Janita again, so Donkey is already confirmed safe. Unless rocks happen or something. Which technically could happen. We got 1 vote for Internet Girl, 1 vote for Lina, 1 vote for Toot Toot, and another vote for Toot Toot. And then 1 vote for Vale. Another vote for Vale. That's, I think, 7 votes towards people on the yellow team, and 3 for the people on the gray team. There's 1 vote for unknown. Then the 3rd vote for Chinita. So it is a tie between Chinita and Vale, but not a tie which can be determined by rocks, or well, not a tie where, well, it's gonna be like an uneven vote here, so there cannot be rocks unless someone leaves all of a sudden. So now, there's going to be 9 votes determining whether Vale or Chinita gets eliminated the first round. Who will they decide on? The first vote of the elimination, or the first vote of the tiebreaker goes to Chinita. Then another one for Chinita. Then a 3rd vote for Chinita. And then a 4th vote for Chinita. Is there going to be 5-4? Yep, there's the votes for Vale. So we know it's gonna be 5-4 against somebody. So really close vote there. But who will that be against? They're both newcomers. Actually, 4 out of the 5 people on that team are newcomers. But the person voted out is Chinita with 5 votes. So that'll be it. And there's the first elimination of the game. We did pretty well in the last challenge, so I hope we can keep up that momentum. So it should be 2 winners now as well, so we are gonna have a hostage event, but it won't affect us. It will be Nolovo temporarily taking a team member from Wallaha, which is, neither of those are our team. But we will be seeing who Lina Kakwate, I don't even, Toot Toot and Vale will be choosing. They all choose Bailey's okay, or should I say just Bailey sock? Fewer syllables, whatever. But our team is still the same. And now we can get started. All right. Nope, I don't have a piece. Still gotta keep going. Nope, gotta keep going again. There we go. I think this is the final piece too. Yellow has finished building their ship. Michael Jackson and Poof are finally coming over to help. We have a huge lead right now. Gray team has just finished, but nobody's helping over there. Until now, Unknown is finally coming over. Okay, we already won. It's 10-3 to nothing now. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Yeah, Gray team has 2 AFK members. That certainly isn't doing them any favors. Okay. So now the gray team will be up for elimination. Hello, non-fishy. I do wonder what's gonna happen because Donkey and your dad underscore left both were AFK during the entire round, I think. If I were to look. You think Zell might be cooked? We didn't get too much from the last elimination because most of the votes in the last joint elimination went towards the people in the yellow team. It is possible that these two both come back, though. I'm just checking things out. Oh. Interesting. So Zell and your dad underscore left both left the server. I'm just checking something. Oh. Okay, that's what it was. Huh. Zell's not even on the other players' friend list. But I did suspect that the other two were friends with each other. There's one vote for Donkey, one vote for Unknown. A second vote for Donkey. Michael Jackson left the server. Okay, a 4-1 vote, it seems like. The person voted out is Donkey. So I can't tell if Zell left just by coincidence there or something. I'm not even sure what happened there, but okay, yeah. There are now 2 people on the gray team, but because the previous event was a hostage event, that means that Bailey Sock will return to the gray team. And now, we will still remain on 3 teams. Alright. No event this time. Standard 2-winner game. And this time, none of the people on the gray team are AFK, so maybe they'll have a chance. Once again, I like our chances, so let's keep going. I trust her. There we go. Perfect. Oh, okay, we got it, okay. There we go. The purple... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's... Why did I think that's... Why did I call it the purple team? The gray team is doing well. Poof left immediately after we won. The yellow team is within sight, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, gray team's got it. Two people on the yellow team left instantly. And I don't really look into those types of situations that often, really. So there's not much I can say about it. There will not be an elimination on the yellow team unless someone rejoins, and there's also going to be a team swap after this. Toot Toot also left. Vale is the only one on the yellow team now. And also there are 7 people remaining. When this challenge started, there were still 11 people. And way too many of them just left. So yeah, there aren't enough players, so the elimination will be skipped this time. And now we go into a 4v3 team swap with the green and yellow teams. So yeah, everyone's a winner except for Vale. Alright then. Now we have to see how the teams will be rearranged. Kind of similar to before. The green team still has myself and Jana, but Jeezel is on the yellow team now. Alright, now Unknown versus Internet Girl. Ooh. Internet Girl is crushing it. So is Unknown, but it's not fast enough. I see some potential for Unknown to score some points. Jana might score this. Okay. Let's see. Jeezel is stuck all the way at the beginning. Now it's my turn against Bailey Sock. Okay, that went way better than last time. 3-1. This specific obstacle is getting Unknown tripped up a little bit, but Vale is also struggling. Okay. Vale is caught up and has taken the lead. But Unknown is trying to come back. It is close now. No one scores. So now Internet Girl versus Jana. It looks like Internet Girl's gonna take this one once again. As Jana struggles a little bit. She does make it past that part, but a little bit too late. All right. Somebody on the yellow team left again. Yellow team is trying to make a comeback, but they don't have enough time. The timer has run out and we win it 4-3. Given the assumptions I have, I feel like Internet Girl is not going to survive this one. Let me double check. Yep, just as I suspected, those two are friends with each other, but not with Jay, aka Internet Girl. So that means that means the Internet Girl might have to do something here if she wants to survive. But there is redemption, so even if she does nothing, then she'll just come back immediately. Alright, now it's time to see who or what will happen to those three. This is Jeezel's first appearance in an elimination this game. Vale has survived a very close 5-4 tiebreaker. And Internet Girl has also survived a couple of eliminations. Internet Girl does use a last chance advantage here. Because she definitely will get voted here by both Jeezel and Vale. But unfortunately, she's not safe. It doesn't happen often, but it's still worth it to go for that in this situation. So yeah, one vote for Internet Girl, and a second vote for Internet Girl. That's not surprising at all. Although this would appear to be the end for her at first, she will be coming back. So we pretty much return right to where we began. That's voting. Because normally now would be a time for redemption, but Internet Girl's the only eliminated player, so she will automatically re-enter. Internet Girl and Unknown both left. Okay. So I guess I'm guessing they were friends with each other. Okay then. So now let's get started. good start. I can never get that super high jump consistently. I almost got it there. I think I'll just go with the regular. Oh, now I got it. There we go. There is a bit of a surprising plan I have in mind, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna end up finding anything. I still do have the safety, though. Alright. Weirdos are here. G is spinning. And Vale is also here. So now, what is going to happen? I feel like for bonus point reasons, I'm gonna end up voting Jana here. And I can use my safety advantage because this is the last time I'm able to. No one used the last chance. I will use my safety advantage on Endless. So, this is a safety advantage. Endless is now safe. Anyone that's cast against him no longer count. How many votes will be nullified from that? There's one vote for Endless, does not count. And then that's it. The next vote goes to Vale. Then to Jana. Another vote for Jana. And then she immediately stops dancing because the person voted out of Outlaster is Jana with 3 votes, and that's enough. All right. So that'll be all for Jana. But what will happen next? Not too many people remain at this point. And we will be moving on to block pushing. Jenna left. And now let's get started. Alright. And they all fall in nice and neatly, and there we go. Okay. So this is going to be a final 2. So now it's time to see how this will play out. All right. Now it's time to see what will happen. I think I will... Let's see, I will choose Jeezel. All right. Now we enter the final 2. Now the finale begins. And now, it's obvious who Jeegle is gonna pick. Alright, finale time. Time to reveal the results of this. Alright. It's finally time to reveal the votes. Yep, that's no surprise. The only jury vote obviously goes to Vale. So now for the bonus categories. Most under the radar, and here's those cast against me. Yeah, that one definitely goes to me. Vale, I think, got like 8 votes total. Nullifying the most votes, that one also goes to me for the singular vote against Endless that I was able to nullify. The most dangerous obviously goes to Vale. Then the most active ends up going to me. The most competitive should also go to me as well. And the best voting record, having the most votes towards the eliminated player. That one ends up going to both of us. But it's not really enough for Vale to catch up. So that concludes game number 1 of the stream. This one was fairly quick compared to the average, I'd say. Oh yeah, the stream's only gone on for like 50 minutes so far. So yeah, this one was decently quick, I'd say, yeah. And now we will move on to the next one. We're already at 17. Okay, now I've got the last 3. We teleported in a lot faster this time. Is this the same map again? Yep, I think this is the same map again. Is this the second veil in a row that we've seen? All right. There definitely isn't 20 players now. And it looks like I'm last. But I do end up on a team with a couple of decent players, I think, so. Alright, let's get started. Luckily, we are able to score right off the bat, giving us an early lead. And purple scores the next one. 4-5-2-3-4-1. Wait, what? That glitch left me confused for some reason. Purple does score again. So they're the ones that seem to be getting an early lead this time. One on the gray team left right afterwards they scored. Yo person scores on back-to-back runs. And Santi also scores. All right. Okay, got a little bit slower that time and I got it. And now Stephanie also ends up scoring. So that is a lot of points in a row for us. That is... You're doing really well. And now everyone on our team has scored for our 6th consecutive point. And it does seem like it might be over for the gray team. Yep, it is definitely over for them. Alright. We even managed to reach the 10-point threshold of, I mean, truly winning, but yeah. And it finishes 10 to 6 to 2. So it does mean that gray team will be put into the elimination. Yeah. Once again, I'll just have to hope that I can find anything. Alright. Once again, there doesn't seem to really be anything in sight. So yeah, who on the gray team will be eliminated this round? Still searching. The first vote goes to Spippy. Now he did join in late, so I wonder if people will target him just for that. Okay, yeah, so far it does seem like it. Oh. In a 5-to-1 massacre, Spippy has been eliminated. And he doesn't even get a chance to do anything this time. Alright, welcome to the competition. I have a hostage for this one. So who will the gray team want from purple? They will be bringing over Danny Meza. Once again, there will be 2 winners. We once again have Yo Person, Cool Person going first. And scoring the first points as well. That was certainly something. Is Deshaun even here? Valive is attacking immediately. The other, like, I don't even know what's happening. Valive is just acting as some sort of decoy. Yeah. We do score, though. That was super close. There we go. I actually got it this time. 4-2-1 is the current score. Hello, Sour Power, and it's been a while, so I don't remember again, unfortunately. Current score is now 4-2-2. I think we've still got it. Oops, I had shift lock on. We should probably have it here unless we really mess up. I think someone on the gray team left. And then rejoined. Purple team scores that point. Now it's Deshaun versus Stoff, and Deshaun scores. A couple of people on this team left, surprisingly. Deshaun has spawned an extra vote immediately after we got here. Once again, the 6-member gray team will have to go into the elimination. There's only 4 people on both the other teams. Oh, the 2 people I suspected were teamers both left at the same time. That definitely explains part of it. I think Alejandro left and rejoined earlier. And it'll be interesting, to see how that affects things. I've got a feeling I'm gonna make a prediction that Danny Meza gets some votes. But yeah, welcome, great team, to the elimination once again. And now let's begin the voting for this round. Currently, it is a 6v4v4 in the teams. If Dana Meza survives this round, then afterwards, after this elimination, he will be sent back to the purple team, making it a 5v4v4. I mean, it will be a 5v4v4 regardless, but it just that could just affect which team has the 5. Because there are some minigames where it's a lot better to have the 5. The first vote goes to Connie. The next vote goes to Vlive. Vlive got 1 vote last time from Spippy. Okay, so it is once again split between Connie and Vlive. And then Vlive again, okay. There is a suspicious amount of agreement between these people. There's a 3rd vote for Connie. And a 4th vote for Connie. Now, this is interesting. I might look into it a little. Vlive has 7 friends. One of them is Gigi, and another one is Amoa. Alright then. There will be an opportunity to desert the team now. Who will take that offer? I do not plan on doing it. But what will happen? Endless chose to leave. And he is sent over to the gray team. There will only be 1 winner, plus a joint elimination. So let's get started. This is a good starting combo. And we end up with an early lead. Purple's got a bit of ground to make up. It seemed like Amoa was alone there. Purple fails to score completely. So now things are starting to look a lot better for us. Bazinga is struggling a little bit. Okay, he is. Okay, never mind. All right. We now have a 2-0 to 2-1 to nothing lead. Purple has scored their first point. Gray couldn't get their second point. And now we are getting our third point. The other teams are really have some serious ground to make up now. Purple is getting there, but so are we. One person. Okay, Alejandro left on the gray team's probably gonna rejoin again. Yeah, we did pretty well. But are we gonna get a 5th point? Barely. That was close. These two things. Oh. Thank you for both of those. These are really going to be helpful. Everyone on the gray team left. I don't think they realized that it was a joint elimination. And that they could have just voted someone off on the purple team. Speaking of which, Danny Meza also left the server. Sure. Okay, then. What? We are suddenly down to 7 people. So now, yeah. Alright. Welcome, basically. Well, Galoa and Lawaki, but it's essentially just Lawaki. They're the only actual team that's still in. Basically. That wasn't supposed to happen. So yeah. Yeah, let's just let Endless vote. Just because. Alright then. Now is your chance to use any advantages. The first vote goes to Vale. Followed by Soph. Then and then another vote for So yeah, it looks like 3 to 1 to 1 has decided. Look into something. And now it's time for to go into redemption. Meaning it is now time for redemption competition. Of course, Endless is the only eliminated player, so he will automatically return. And that's right, we're still going to go to 2 teams. Yay. Bring back the gray team and then just keep Team Nalovo in there. This is good, yeah. Why? Just because we can. I don't know. Everyone will randomly be assigned a new team. Now there will be 2 teams, acting as if there weren't 2 teams before. I'm still with Yo Person Cool Person, but Vale has been added in. Bazinga's gonna try to defend, and instead just helps me out a little. Thank you. You're such a kind fellow. You're just 3v3ing this. Okay. I can get away. I'm gonna lean towards offense. Okay, that messed up. Zoe attacked her own teammate. We've still got a lead. Once again, a pretty substantial one. Especially given the circumstances that it's a... There's a 3v3. We are doing quite a bit. Got it. Now, Soph is now a pinball. Okay. Oh. Okay. I've got my gold again. Hooray. I'm not even gonna bother. I can just keep going on offense and just bring more gold. I've also failed the same jump. I honestly don't even know if it's possible. It is. Okay. It is possible that there are hints somewhere over here. Also, another member of the Cyan team, another person is just left. So now, it is just Bazinga and Soph. Okay, this time I was not hallucinating things. I was seeing a hint, and I now have something cool. Yeah. Bazinga will use an extra vote advantage. I would have liked to give this to Endless, but it's too late. But yeah, the first vote goes to Bazinga. Then Endless. Then Soph. And the person voted out 2 to 1 to 1 is Soft. That was unexpected. So grab your torch. Soft, it is time for you to go. And because redemption already happened, so Soft is getting sent straight to the jury as well. Straight from the teams phase. All right. It is now time for both teams to finally merge. Let's get started. The slowest player will be eliminated this round. Good luck. And it looks like Vale is the first eliminated. Who will be next? This time it will be endless. Ooh. Straight to the final 3. Totally makes sense. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with my safety or super safety. Or safety block. Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that I wasn't able to use these, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Let's begin the voting. I am going to choose Bazinga. first vote goes to Endless. The next vote goes to Bazinga. Vote number 3 goes to Endless. And then the final vote. Who will that go to? It does look like a tie between Endless and Bazinga. And now, this time, the tied players will have to face off in a competition. The loser will become the final person eliminated from the game. When the button turns green, press it as fast as you can. The slower you are to spawn, the more you'll lose your balance. When someone falls off, the competition will end. Let's see. Endless versus Bazinga. Who will go to the final 3? I can't even see how Bazinga's doing. It does look like Endless won the competition. Bazinga's efforts to fan the Jenga blocks down worked successfully, knocking him out of the final 3 in the process. So, grab your torch. I see what you're doing, Jeff. It is time for Bazinga to go now. He's not even facing the correct direction. And still doing the same emote. So, this isn't the end yet. There's going to be one final competition next round. Whoever wins will be the only player to cast a vote. And whoever they pick will be the final player eliminated. Now it's time to head back to camp and prepare to compete. So here we go. And the competition for this one is Cryptic Combo. So yeah, it is me versus Yo Person Cool Person 5. Who will come out on top? Okay. That was a pretty quick one. I might as well look around one last time because I can before the final elimination happens. Alright. So now, welcome to the final elimination of the round. So now I will be the slow player to cast a vote, and I shall now make my decision. So, unfortunately I have to do this, but Yo Person, Cool Person 5 shall be the final person eliminated. So the first and only vote goes to Yo Person, Cool Person 5. So grab your torch. This is now the end for Yo Person, Cool Person 5. So now everyone else head back to camp. So it'll be myself and Endless in the finale. And here comes Bazinga and Yo Person, Cool Person 5 as part of the jury. Alright. So now, who will they decide on? Bazinga, you're up. And Yo Person, Cool Person 5, you are also up. And now everyone head to the finale. We will reveal the winner. Alright, welcome Omega Blocks and Endless to the finale. You both made it as far as you can in the game. It's not you all anymore. The first vote goes to me. And the second vote goes to me as well. So I take an early lead on bonus points. Or I take an early lead on jury votes, but now for the bonus points. Nullifying the most votes, that one ends up being a tie. And then, most observant finding the most advantages. I found one, so I end up getting that one. Up next is the best voting record, which should also go to me in this case. And it does. Up next, we've got the most dangerous, having the most votes cast against you. This one is going to be another tie. And then the most competitive, which should also go to me in this case. So Another one that I end up winning this time with a final score of 7-2. I don't know why it's doing that. Why is it sending me back into my seat? Actually, I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if it intentionally sends you back before the congratulations screen shows up or whatever. Maybe it does now. I don't know. I haven't checked enough. All right, it's in there. So, that's now 1,033. So, now I am definitely within reach of the 17th place player now. Okay, this map is slightly different, but it's still still not too easy to find advantages in this one. It appears to be a 19-player server this time around. So now, all right. And we'll start with Fierce in this situation. Coiny shall be my next pick. And then after that, I will choose Alex. Maybe I want Endless for my team. Okay, wait, yeah, I definitely want Endless. I'm just gonna confirm that, yeah. So we start with very even teams. Very even indeed. We will have 2 winners this time. Yeah, once again, I'm gonna start off by trying to bring over as many items as possible. And then we'll see what happens from there. In a 6v6v3. First try. I never get a first try. Oh. Just keep bringing things over. Just keep putting things over there. Or just put stuff in the boxes. I'm gonna keep putting more items down. Third fish. Coconut. I'll put more coconuts in. Here's a third coconut, I guess. Actually, there's a fourth. Never mind. I'm not even looking at what items you need. I'm just trying to bring stuff. Okay, I think you can keep bringing items in. I got a first try again. Once again, that never happens. So I'm getting extremely lucky with that. Just throw the boxes over there. Just let them pile up. For now we need several flowers apparently. Fish. Another shell. Do we have another? Thank you. Gray team's doing nothing yet. We're also doing nothing yet. Now the gray team is actually starting to do something. Okay. After this bunch, I will start to finally if it'll let me. All right. I don't know what the gray team's doing. We can totally make this comeback, though. You don't even need to, but we can. So yeah, 17 to 17 to 0. I genuinely don't know how that happened to the gray team. But yeah. So yeah, once again, it remains impossible for anyone to find anything. So yeah. Who from the gray team will end up being up for elimination? They've got newcomer, newcomer, competitor, Outlaster, Outlaster, newcomer. now. A little bit late for these people. One person on the gray team left. All right. It was one of the newcomer ranks that left. But who will be... Okay, we're not gonna reveal just yet. We still gotta wait because Shadow Master is gonna use the last chance here. Alright. The first vote goes to Tilbill, and then Solu543. The next vote goes to CCJ, the team captain. We've got another vote for Tilbill34. There was a random vote thrown in there because somebody left. I have no idea who that goes to, but it is 3-1 to 1. The person who voted out is Tilbill34. Somebody on the purple team immediately left upon this realization. And now, Tilbill heads to redemption. And also, until Bill also left, okay. So, welcome to the competition. Once again, we will have 2 winners. All right. All right. Honestly, I probably should have gotten the next treasure chest. 100% legit performance from this team. The gray team is just getting their first treasure chests in. And their second and their third. Same thing with the purple team. Gray only needs one more treasure chest, but they're stuck. They don't know what to do. Mr. Big Guy is coming back over for the final treasure chest. Same thing with everyone on the purple team. This is anyone's game. Okay. Wait, hold up. Alright, both teams have their treasure chests in. Purple team's starting on the puzzle first. They've got a head start. 2 people waited. Solu going backwards after they'd gotten all the treasure chests. Oh, no, just checking in on CCJ. Okay. I don't think that's going to help them too much, though, because they're behind 12-3. 14-3. Yeah, they're not coming back. Yeah. Mr. Big Guy left the server quickly after. Oh, never mind. Mr. Big Guy rejoined. Okay, after checking, things are not looking good for Shadow Master in particular. Because I think, like, all the others are friends with each other right now. Except for Shadow Master, so it's going to be a 3-1 most likely. So now, alright, let's see if do the last 3 votes all go to Shadow Master. We got 1 vote for Mr. Big Guy, but now actually we got 1 vote for Solu, and then 1 vote for Shadow Master. So the person voted out in a 2-1 vote. Okay, yeah, it's still Shadow Master. That I wasn't too surprised by, but just the fact that, mainly the fact that it was 2-1 instead of 3-1. I might actually predict that Shadow Master voted Mr. Big Big Guy and CCJ voted Solu. It's just purely a guess, and I really don't have too many answers. We are still at 3 teams. Once again, there will be 2 winners. Now Mr. Baby Guys, CCJ, and Solu are going to have to win this one in order to keep their alliance alive. Alright. We can essentially get the pieces from down here now. Okay. There's all the pieces we need. So many on the purple team left. So they are at a slight disadvantage, I think. Well, I don't know how much of a deal it's going to be for them, because I don't know how well the gray team's going to do, given their past performance. Once again, we have a huge lead. One more. I can never find that last one. Oh. Yeah, purple is going to take it again, yeah. Keep going. Let's get to 100 pieces. We can do it. I believe we can do it. We are definitely on pace, that's for sure. They're just flying all over the place. Purple is crushing it over gray. We've got 103 pieces, and they are just everywhere. A 118 out of 5. We did pretty well in that. The entire gray team is gone. Yeah. Okay, sure. Well, yeah, okay. So now we're in the final 7. Oh. Someone on the purple team left. There aren't enough eliminated players, so the elimination will be skipped. And normally now we have time for redemption, but there aren't enough eliminated players. So for the second time in a row, we will be going from redemption to... Never mind, it's merge. We actually skipped the 2-team phase this time. This does not usually happen. So yeah. It is time for all the teams to come together. Also, somebody else on the purple team is now gone. Let's get started. Sure thing. Not what I grabbed the wrong item. Oops. I actually don't want 2 bananas. I actually want 1 banana. I'm gonna steal this banana and bring it all the way over here and just throw it away, kind of. Cool. Doubled it again. The sandbag is mine. I almost just accidentally stole the, I do want my fish, so I'm gonna take that. I'm not allowed to have fish number 2, apparently. Got it. Okay. Alright then. Alright, let's see what will happen now. The votes have been cast. I feel like something interesting happened for that vote card. What? I'm looking back at it. We do have a tie. And it's between Jaime and Queenie. And so it will be a competition for this one. Jaime versus Queenie. Oh yeah, there was something strange about that vote card temporarily. Yeah, the font changed for like 2 frames. So how will this go between these two? I cannot really tell how well Queenie is doing because of the emotes, but Jaime is wobbling a little bit. So who will take it? Jaime ends up winning the competition. And he will progress to the next part. Alright. And now we move on to the final 3. But is this the end? Yes. Oh, well, in terms of it being the finale, it is. So we only did 1 merge challenge. Alright then. It is now time for the jury to decide. Shadow Master is back. It is the long-awaited return. Let's begin the jury voting. Alright, time to head to the finale with our 4 jury votes. Alright. Last time, I'll read the votes. So now, okay, the first vote goes to me. Vote number 2 goes to Jaime. Vote number 3 goes to me. And the final vote ends up going to me as well. So it's 3-1 in jury votes. And left immediately without even waiting for the bonus categories. We've got the most observant for finding the most advantages. Ends up being a tie. That one ends up, the only reason that's even opened up is because Anne left. Most active for searching the most for advantages. That one goes to me. Could have been, I guess I could have been either of us because Jaime and I both won the same number of team competitions. Most under the radar having the fuse votes cast against you. That one also goes to me. Purely because of the final elimination. Okay. This time it ends up being 6-2, but once again, it is enough. We've been going so quickly that we will actually have time to fit a 4th game into the stream. So now, let's see how it goes. And yep, that did count. I see 2 people probably teaming right off the bat. Okay, now we've got a much more favorable map for actually finding things. But of course, obviously we won't be able to find anything. Okay, yep, that puts me officially tied. Yeah, there are people that seem to be catching up. I feel like I have to go quickly, kind of. This is a... Wait, is this a 22 player server? Is this a 23 player server? I will go with similar choices again, but once again, just making decisions based on if people will be more likely to get picked earlier. So I'm gonna choose the elite rank Coco before anyone else has a chance. Barf bag will be next. Followed by Spippy. bring death onto this team. Alex Vadi can come over here. Oh, hey, Endless. What? There's another player? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This server's so crowded that Ban don't even get a chance. He's just thrown directly into... He just kept into the spectators team. Unable to... I can see him over there. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, apparently 24 players where the game draws the line. That's unfortunate. Technically, that means you can wander around the map however you'd like, I suppose. Like, technically you can do interesting things with that. Oh. Hello, Ban. Try rejoining, I suppose. I don't know. Alright, now we can go back. Wow, that was crazy. 40 points. The other team still have 0 at the moment. So now, purple is bringing their treasure chests in. So is green. Oh, Nana messed it up. They almost had that final one. Rex is trying to bring it over now. Purple is done. So is green's coming over now. They've got some catching up to do though. And only 5 people at the puzzle. They're gonna have to make some moves here. I think they might be doing it. They might be making some progress, 2 at a time. Green is catching up. They've already caught up. They've tied it. Green's taking the lead. Purple's taking it back. It is anyone's game. They are really fighting for the shapes. Like, they can barely even see them at that point. It is... Oh, it's close. Purple is at 25. 27. It went into overtime, but green barely. No one's getting any advantages. It's over for us once again. So yeah. We will now have 7 people from the purple team going into this elimination. Alright. That was a really close one. But unfortunately for those in the purple team, one of you is going home. Hello, Encrid, and I am already aware of this. And we also apparently have to say goodbye to death. There is no more death on this pink team. But now, who will be on the purple team that goes home? Janice Tornell, you're up. Carmelo, you're up. Nye, you're up as well. Sweet Dreams, you're up. Kano again, you're up. Kaylee, you're also up. And Kurt, you're up as well. That's everyone. There's 5 newcomers. And the only ones that aren't are most likely teaming. This will be interesting. The first vote goes to Jenna Tornell 1. Then Nye. Up next we've got Jenna Tornell 1 again. This might not be good for them. Coco has also left us. Jenna Tornell 1 again. And it is a 6-1 vote against Jenna Tornell 1. That is absurd. Somebody on the green team has left. I don't know who. Hello, Endless. And yeah. You were a little bit too late to this one, Lightbulb, but yeah, this is surprising. I guess, and like an interesting start in a way. Two winners for this one again. Our team is very stacked. Alright, there is piece number 1. Might take me a little bit to get the piece. Oh no. Now I got it. The ship is about to be finished. Yep. The other teams still got a bit of work to do on their ships. Purple is done. Green's still got a bit of progress to do, but they have got it too. They are done. And they're actually all going over immediately to help out. Unlike teammates of Sweet Dreams and Nye, there's only 2 of them. So the green team is probably going to catch up. Oh. I still don't know why it does that. Green team's already made their comeback. Purple team is finally over to help. Purple team, I don't even know what they're doing. But we've still got a pretty good lead by a few points. Oops, there we go. 9 to 6 to 4. Green is still ahead of purple. They've actually tied us, but we still take the win, I guess. Barely. So now, who will the people on the purple team choose? Genitornell has already been voted out. This could be something I look into a little bit deeper. Somebody left on the purple team. Not exactly sure who it was. Let's see. Yep, Kano's on their friends list. What about that person? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. What about... Also no. So it looks like there are 3 people teaming on the purple team. I feel like they also had someone named Did they also have Carmelo on their team? I think so. I feel like... I don't know if that was the person that left, but that's also someone on their friends list. Well, at least I checked one of them, so... Yeah, it's either gonna be Kurt or... Kurt or Kaylee is gonna be... Or they're gonna be voted. One of those 2 is getting at least 3 votes. But I don't know which one. I don't know who will get voted here. So just a moment from Kano again, a last chance is used. So Death has returned. And Kano... Well, 1 in 6 chance in safety, that probably isn't even necessary. Unless Sweet Dreams and I have both decided to turn against Kano. Let's see what happens. The first vote goes to Kaylee. The next vote to Nye. Is the next one going to Kaylee? Yep. So it is a tie. Well, it's not, I mean, it's not one they have to worry about. Because, I mean, they've still got the majority. Which is unfortunate for Kaylee, because she doesn't stand a chance. Despite Kurt's support. I actually don't know if they're teaming. Like, these two. That's possible. Because this person's username is Kaylee. And then the other person has a display name of Kaylee. And they both voted Nye. So that is possible. Hear them. I can check. Yeah, it does seem like it. Yeah, one vote goes to Nye. One vote goes to Kaylee. And the person voted out of Outlaster is almost certainly going to be Kaylee, right? Yep. How interesting how Kaylee and Kurt both left at the same time immediately afterwards. Normally, when there are more than 3 people on each team, it will not. Oh. Nye left for some reason. Sweet Dreams left for some reason. Kano left for some reason. This is the 3rd consecutive game where an entire team just dipped. They're gone for some reason. I don't know why. That time, I don't know why they did that. But, we are in a similar situation to before. So now we're gonna have a team swap. This was very unexpected. Now there will be 2 teams. How will they be arranged? Like, just like this. I don't know, just have shells. I don't think you need them. I just have to go quickly. We can't waste time in the fast-paced world of business. We have to do things extremely quickly, extremely efficiently. Go, go, go. I don't know. Bring flour, bring banana. I should bring fish too. We need more fish. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let me try to squeeze through here. Perfect. I think we squeezed over a little too early because we've got nothing in these boxes. Okay, that's enough boxes for us to win. Nice. Yeah, there's no surprise. There's not gonna be anything to find. Somebody on this team left. Alright. The pink team is now up for elimination. So, despite their dominance early on after the team swap, they couldn't quite get it this time. So who will be the one that gets eliminated? Alright, no one uses anything. The first vote goes to Death, followed by Rex. Then the next vote, Barf Bag. Who will the next vote goes to? Eurus. We've got some split votes here. The fifth vote goes to Rex. So now he's got 2 votes. Will there be a tie? No, there will not. The person voted out Outlaster 3 to 1 to 1. Ends up being Rex. That's 3 votes, and that's enough. So 11 remain. Oh wait, whoever left on this team earlier, I think rejoined. I didn't even notice. We go right to merge though. Interesting. All right. We will now have an opportunity for an advantage. All right then. There will be one winner for each category. Once again, just like there usually is. All right then, let's see. I missed one. Oh. I don't know how many, I'm pretty sure I finished first. Just have to wait and see. Yep. Spippy ends up winning the advantage this time. I was given an advantage steal, so that must be the advantage that was, that must be an event. That must have been what was won from that challenge. So yeah, this is going to be useful. Probably. I mean, will it? Honestly. I'll still keep it, just in case anything happens. But yeah, hopefully we can put this to use. Oh. Okay, yeah, he rejoined. Or that person rejoined, I'm not even sure which tune. I don't know. Let's see what happens. More eliminations. We're back to having 11 players in this one. Just a moment from Barfang, he will use a vote view advantage. I'm not entirely sure who to choose in this case. I will think about it a little bit more. Okay. And we'll choose Susan, I guess. And we will see what happens. I don't think Barfbag's relationship with Lacrimosa is going to go too well, unfortunately. The first vote goes to Death. And that'll be followed up by Lacrimosa. Oh, Susan just left the server. Oh. So we got one vote for Daisy, one vote for Meow. Another vote for Death. It's 2 votes. Now. Another vote for Susan. And then a 3rd vote for Death. And then a 3rd vote for Susan. And then a 4th vote for Death. And the person voted out 5-3 to 1 to 1 to 1, I think it was, is Death. That's 5 votes. And that brings us to the final 9. I do have some suspicions, actually. I should have thought about this. I do have suspicions of something. I didn't even check the maze routes. Because I was looking into something. So as it turns out, I should have figured this out before, but Lacrimosa, Daisy, and Sunflower are all allies with each other. Like, they're all flowers, like, of course. Ooh. This is a very interesting route. I might... What happens if I go the other way? Does anything happen, and actually? I do make it eventually. This is super close. Until it isn't. Because wait, no. Spippy's the one that actually has the lead though, so. But yeah. I do find it interesting now that I've noticed that. I will think about which one I'm gonna choose though. I do have a prediction that I will get voted by those three. So now, I do want to give this back, just in case. I think of the three, I might choose Daisy. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. And I think I will stick with it for the time being. I could even use my last chance, but I will make sure to try and get a vote in just in case, just to see what will happen. I'm not sure though. First vote goes to Daisy. Then Endless. Then me. Then Sunflower. Then Daisy gets the next vote. The vote after goes to Endless, so he gets 2 votes now. Two votes for me. An interesting split so far. A third vote goes to Daisy. And the final vote goes to Endless. So we have a tie between Daisy and Endless. So now, I still do note that alliance between Daisy, Lacrimosa, and Sunflower. And I have made my decision. The first vote goes to Daisy. Then Endless. It's gonna be a little bit of a back and forth for a while. Then Daisy again. Alright, yeah, 2 votes for Daisy, 2 votes for Endless. That's very predictable. What will happen next? The next vote goes to Daisy. And then the next vote. Oh. It is 5-2 actually. The person voted out is Daisy. Was it just Lacrimosa and Sunflower that tried to save her? Probably. Alright. So now we move on to the pictures. Two winners for this one. Alright. I mess up a little bit more. Not even that good of a run. But I might as well move around while I wait for the second winner to get closer. Also, let's see. It shows my new tech where I make the picture boxes lie. I'm not sure how to do that at the moment, so like. All right. So this time the winners end up being myself and Lacrimosa. So now, surprisingly, Meow left. I didn't expect her to leave the server, but now we are down to 6 people. So now, time for us to move on to the elimination. All right. Who will get the most votes for this one? I already know who I'm going to choose for this one. Alright, time to vote. My vote will, in this case, go to Sunflower. Alright. Any advantages? Not this time, once again. So, 1 vote goes to Barf Bag, 1 vote goes to Sunflower. 2 votes go to Barf Bag. And then 2 votes for Sunflower as well. But now what will happen? Vote number 3 for Sunflower as well. So another 5-2. And this time it will eliminate Sunflower. So, and that leaves us with only 5 remaining. 4 remaining. So now it's Fierce versus Daisy versus Sunflower versus Endless. Once again, since I know I'm not gonna find anything, I'm just gonna wander around. Yeah, 4 people in game, 4 people in redemption. That's interesting to see. And the first elimination ends up being Sunflower. So, who... The second elimination ends up going to Furus, so... It appears to be Daisy versus Endless to see who will come back. Oh. Daisy was eliminated. So that leaves Endless as the winner. So yeah, Sunflower, Daisy, and Lacrimosa all just left the server. And Endless is gone too. Alright. See how this goes. There's a bit of fog this time, but... I gotta try this one a bunch. It's broken. I know what the rest of them are. I just have to guess on this one. Okay. There we go. Alright then. And yeah, unfortunately I was not really able to use the advantage steal. But yeah, it's time for us to see what will happen now. Alright. Now we enter the final elimination. Now, time for the final elimination. And this time I am going to have to make my decision to eliminate... Okay, I guess you. So... after Spippy's elimination, that now leaves us with just 2 remaining. Alright. Time for the jury to cast their votes. Let's begin. Fierce, you're up. Spippy says 707, you're up. And... Endless, you're up, I guess. Sure, okay. The entire jury has died. Allegedly. So, welcome. It's time for the jury votes. Alright, first vote goes to me. And then the next vote goes to Barf Bag. And then the final vote goes to me. So it is a 2-to-1 so far. It still could go anywhere, potentially. Starting with the most active, researching the most advantages. That one does end up going to me. Up next is the most competitive, winning the most individual competitions. Also going to me, I think it was like... Was it 2? No, it was 3-to-1 in terms of those. The best voting record also ends up going to me. And the most under the radar should go to Barf Bag. Okay, apparently it's a tie. We each got 2 votes. So, back-to-back 6-to-2s. And that one actually puts me finally ahead of former 18th place, or the... Wait, yeah. Not the best way of phrasing it, but yeah. I do manage to overtake on the leaderboards there with that game. Once this outro sequence finishes playing, I'll just go in here. And now we can look into it a little bit. Okay, yeah, it still shows that we're tied, but it does say 1,035 leaderboard wins now. So once it refreshes, it should be 17th officially. So that's all for today. I'm going to sleep in a bit, and I will see you similar time tomorrow. And yeah, that's all there is for now. See ya.